Alright guys, so see how this works out. January, because we have waste pack, which is going, these are all new things for the most part. So waste pack. So we already know, actually we know what that's like on January. Let's say we'll put that on Valerie, because I don't got squad on her anyway. So, same deal.
Have a good night, bud.
Yep, take it easy. Alright, so we're going to look at some of the new things. And if this works out, then we're going to go ahead and we'll put this up on YouTube for sure. Because I think a lot of people might be able to benefit from something like this. So as we know, someone like Valerie, you know, they can run that big money Val build, right? Where she can get so many credits. January by default can make things cheaper, and we saw how cheap things could be for January. In fact, let's take a look real quick at January. So these, I only have her rank 3, so I don't have anything else to like boost things up for her. But in the end, this is just about, this isn't about the damage, this is about the cost, right? So this is what we're focusing on. This is all that matters to what we're doing right now, is the Cyber Monday bargain bin, where it's going to decrease the cost of everything that's not a gun. So then it comes to the equipment, and what do we have for the equipment? So these three things are new. So we're running with the waste pack. As you can see, that's going to increase our inventory slots by 1. On top of that, it's going to moderately decrease prices in the armory. Okay, cool. Then we've got the decoder, which is also going to decrease armory. So we've got greatly and we've got slightly. Now, the one thing that I don't know for sure offhand is the percentages. That percent value can definitely help. So if anybody knows what the percent values are between some of these things, go ahead and let me know. But we're not going to focus too much on that. We're just going to take a look and we're going to see how this is going to impact Valerie. We're going to I'm sorry, not Valerie, January. Then we're going to back out. We're going to set up the same stuff on somebody else that does not have Cyber Monday and see how it affects them as well. So we're going to start with waste pack. So again, 1 extra inventory slot and decreased prices in the box. Decoder 3 is we got a moderately, now we got a greatly decrease. Then we got Decoder 1, and that's a slightly decrease. Now these 3 things is what we're really focusing on, and these put us at 19 of 20 points. So the thought was, what else can we do that's 1 point? Look through a couple of these things, and the one that could be probably the most beneficial in this instance is Wallet 1, because this way not only are things going to be cheaper, but we're going to start with a little bit of extra credits as well. So we have all this decrease here, and we're stacking that with Cyber Monday, and we're going to take a look real quick, and we're going to see how that's going to have an effect on January in the box. Then we're going to back out, and we're going to then take a look at how that's going to have an effect on other players as well, and see exactly what kind of an effect Cyber Monday has when you stack these things. Because my thought in going into this is thinking that the cost can only be so low, but we're going to find out. So we're going into the lab here so we can just look at things.
Man, you sound like an idiot. Why don't you come out here so I can kill you?
So here we go. First things first. We start with 30 ammo, which is cool. 12 for 10 ammo, 42 for repair kit, 21 for herbs, 42 for hand grenade, 108 for quick draw, and 50 for torch. So let's go ahead and let's jot some of this down so that way we can back out and we can compare some of these things. So I'm going to pull up my notepad here. You're not going to see it on the video, but I'm going to pull up my notepad and we're going to make a quick jot. So ammo 10 is 12. Repair kit is 42. Herbs is 21. Hand grenade is 42. Quick draw is 108, and a torch is 50. Okay, so we know what that's about. So now we got a couple more things to jot down here as we're looking at it. So again, this is with everything that we looked at earlier. So we know ammo 50 is 50. Herbs again, all 21. Grenades in general are 42. Grenade is 42. I didn't see how much the Matilda was. That was my bad. But okay, Matilda. But we'll mark it down and we'll look next. Crap, dude. I didn't even look at what the Matilda cost. So let's see if we can drop it and maybe it'll let us buy it again now. We already bought it, so okay, no worries there. We can always go back and look at that again. So then we got the LE5 is 172. The W870 is 180. And a steel bat is 58. Okay. Now there's going to be some things that aren't going to show up in our box, but only thing that I did not jot down was the cost of the Matilda. So we'll have to look back at that.
You have come this far. I shall revise my strategy.
Lightning Hawk. Okay. Lightning Hawk is 201. A sledge is 92. Sledgehammer is 92. Okay. Let's try and keep my notes a little organized here. Okay. So, I think that's really about it for that, right? So, let's grab the Lightning Hawk and a yellow herb, a couple of them here, and some more ammo. Okay. Okay, so again, this build is with it's waste pack. Actually, no, what was her thing? It was bargain bin, waste pack, decoder 3. Decoder 3 and 1. Okay, so now that we know what that is with January, because that's what it is with that build and her Cyber Monday. So the next thing we're gonna check is we're going to take one of the decoders off, and we're going to see how it affects the cost there. Because what we're ultimately trying to discover is not just comparing the cost, but we're also trying to discover if there's a certain amount that it can get as low as. So let's go ahead and roll in. We're taking one decoder off. We're taking decoder 1 off, which is a slightly decrease of cost. And we're going to see if things look like they're going to be about the same price. Because with all the new things, it's definitely worth taking a look at. And hopefully some of you Resistance players, your fellow Resistance players, will be able to help find this nice and easy for you. Maybe it'll help you with your build.
Surely even you can understand this.
Okay.
Screw you.
So we took off the decoder 1. Took off decoder 1. And let's look now at how that has an effect. So let me get my notepad out again. Again, you're not going to see it on the screen, but we're making a note. So this is with just decoder 3. Okay. So we know ammo 10 is 13. Ammo 50 we'll see on the next stage. Repair kit is 46. So we're not seeing that big of a difference. So you might be able to actually, instead of using decoder 1, you might be able to save those points and put something else in there. Maybe increase your credits that you start with. Instead of wallet 1, maybe start with wallet 2. Herbs are going to be 23. So yeah, there's really not a huge increase. So that said, it looks like 12. Looks like the initial stats were as low as they're going to be able to get. But again, this is using Jan's Cyber Monday as well. Molotov. Do we have Molotov? No. Molotov did not show up for us last time. So that's going to be something we're going to need to look at. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. But Molotov is going to be 36. So based upon pattern, I'd say it would probably be around, with decoder 1 as well, it'd probably be around 32, 33. Quick draw is 114. So it does make a difference. That extra decoder 1 does in fact make a difference. Okay. And then we notice steel bat is 64.
The next area should see to your demise.
All right. So ammo 50 is 55. Repair kit we know is 46. Herbs are 23. Grenades are 42. We got Molotov is 36. Okay. Grenade is 42. Herbs. Okay. So we know the Matilda here is 167. I did not get the cost with decoder 1. I forgot to do that before I just actually bought the gun. I was, going to autopilot. MQ11 was not on the previous list. But again, we know that it's not like a huge... So if the MQ11 is the same cost as the Matilda. Darn it, but we didn't see the cost of the Matilda. So we might have to go back in and look at that again. We'll just assume the MK or the MQ11 is the same as Matilda, because that's what it's looking like here. Same cost and all. Again, it's one of those things I don't pay too much attention to. W870 is 190. Lightning Hawk is 212. So for the most part, if we compare so far, this is with decoder 1 included and decoder 1 not included. We're looking at ammo 10, 12 to 13. Ammo 50 is 50 to 55. Repair kit is 41 to 46. Herbs are 21 to 23. Grenades or explosives are 42 regardless. Okay. Oh no, so I don't have grenades in this one. Okay. So we don't actually know what explosives are. And we don't know what Matilda was at the beginning either. Okay. So but again, we're looking again, since we know there's not a huge increase, if I had to take a guess, I'd say probably around 45. We'll say roughly 45. 45 to 47, somewhere in that range. So we'll just say 45. Molotov was 36, so Matilda. So Matilda was 167, okay. W870 is 190 versus 180. Lightning Hawk is 212 compared to 201. The Torch is 50, it's 55 right here, so that's compared to 50. Steel Bat, 58 to 64. Sledgehammer is 92 to 101. So we're seeing, with most bigger weapons, we're seeing like a 10 credit increase without that Decoder 1, which isn't really seeming like adding that Decoder 1 would really be too much worth it, because that's some points that you can free up to include something else. So it was Decoder Waste Pack, Decoder 3, Decoder 1, and then Wallet 1. Okay. So again, because she doesn't really have anything perk-wise that decreases the cost. So we're going to take a look and see how this would affect on other players. And we're going to do the same stats.
3%. Repeating, of course.
I was a scout at one point.
Alright, then we're going to say anyone else.
Try my best to keep it together.
Anyone not Jan. Okay. So, because she's the one, because since Jan has Cyber Monday, it's going to affect Jan a lot more. So let's take a look. Let's see how Cyber Monday has an effect. So ammo 10 is 21 for anybody but Jan. Repair kits is 72. Herbs are 36, so we are seeing a bit of an increase here, a bit of a difference. Okay, we don't have grenades in here yet, so we don't know for sure about grenades. What we do have is a Molotov. Let's see, where's Molotov on my list? Let's see, repair kit, herbs. Molotov is 57. The quick draw is still 108. So that's, well, no, that makes sense, because Cyber Monday, or Jan's Cyber Monday, does not affect firearms. So, 108 is going to be the cheapest the guns are going to get. With this particular build, you might be able to find a way to get Decoder 2 in there. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at that at some point, but as it looks like right now, to use the Waste Pack and Decoder 3, we're only going to have room for Decoder 1 because of the amount of points that we have. And we threw the wallet in there to start with some extra credits just so that all 20 points are used and we get a little bit of benefit out of it. So quick draw is 108. So we know we got that good. And then the torch is 86. So there's a bit of a jump there on the torch. Move forward and let's take a look and see what box 2 has to offer us. Let's different. Okay, so ammo 50 will be 86. Herbs we know are 36. Molotov we know is 57. Grenades or explosives otherwise are 72. Matilda we have is 158, right? No, right there. 158 for the Matilda. MQ11 is let's see here. MQ11 is going to be 158. Again, so torch, did we have the torch? That was 86. Steel bat is going to change from 58 to 100. So January's Cyber Monday does have some benefits. It absolutely has some benefits. Sledge is going from 92 on January to 158 for anybody else. All right, guys. So, again, we're testing out some of the new things and how it affects the costs in the item box. That if we were to run a build that makes the cost of item box things as low as they can be. So to do that, again, as a quick recap so far as we're looking at these things, we're running Waste Pack, Decoder 3, and Decoder 1. And then we're also testing these items without Decoder 1 to see what kind of a difference there is, because I believe at this point we've determined enough that you can take Decoder 1 off and just free up some extra points to do something else. So let's look at what we don't have here. Alright, so we know we've got herbs, let's see, ammo, repair kit, herbs, Molotov grenades, quick draw, Matilda, LE, so MQ11, LE5, W870, Lightning Hawk, torch, steel bat. Did we look at that? Yeah. Sledgehammer. Did we look at that? We did. Okay, so it looks like everything's the same in 3. That's also in 2. We're not missing anything. Nothing different is showing up.
Time takes all we love away from us.
Okay, so we've got some good data here, guys. Yeah, I'd say we got some good data for sure here. But well, as usual, like I said, we're gonna run We're going to take Decoder 1 off. We're going to run just Decoder 3. Because Decoder 1 is 2 points. So realistically, if we took that off, you have the ability, you can add so much more. I mean, it's not a lot, right? But 2 points is 2 points. So you might be able to find some use out of that, such as, like, start with extra ammo, increasing your inventory space. Heck, yeah, Valerie could even benefit from that, honestly, because then that maxes out her inventory spaces. So let's take a look at that. But January by default has her Cyber Monday ability, which decreases the cost even more. So the biggest reason for this test is to see if there's a threshold, like a limitation of how low can an item go. If there was a way that we could put Decoder 2 in there, I think it would make it be able to make things even cheaper. But Waste Pack is 9, and Decoder 3 is 7. So that only leaves us with 4 points left. Or no, I'm sorry, it's 10 and 7. 10 and 7. So that only leaves you 3 points left, and I believe Decoder 2 is like 7 points or something like that. So you're not going to get Decoder 2 in there. 3 and 1's your best bet. But as we've seen so far, Decoder 1 is not having that big of an effect. So Valerie, by default, because she's has a backpack, has 2 inventory slots to start with already, extra than anybody else. Then Waste Pack is giving her 1. And then there's another new item that adds another 1. So you can actually max out Valerie's inventory slots and really not lose much cost on any item, which will be, I feel, more beneficial to Valerie, because you now have maximum inventory. That's a big plus for her. Nobody else is going to have that extra inventory. You can give them, an extra 2 slots by running this build on anybody, but Valerie by default is going to have 2 extra slots, which is really cool. So again, we're going to look at cost on anybody else that is not January. So because January has Cyber Monday, nobody else does. So this is the item cost running Decoder 3. We've already looked at it with Decoder 1. This is now with Decoder 3. So we took Decoder 1 off. There was a handbag that we saw that costs the same at just 2 points, that you can use to expand your inventory. So everybody can have 10 inventory slots with this build. Valerie, again, by default, gets all 12 because she has the backpack that expands her slots by 2. So interesting note, Valerie can have maximum inventory slots with this build. And this build is centered around lowering the cost of items as much as we can. So we're going to take a look now. Ammo 1. So again, there's not a big decrease. If we had Decoder 1 on there, we're talking a 21 to 22. Not a huge difference. Repair kit, we're looking 72 to 76. Not a huge difference. Herbs are 36 to 38. Molotov goes from 57 to 60. The difference is no more than 10 credits, it seems. We don't have any grenades. Molotov was 60. Matilda is 167. Which is coming up from 158, so that's 9. Torch from 86 to 91. So again, we're seeing a pattern here, right? A pattern that says that stacking Decoder 3 and Decoder 1 with the waste pack is kind of a waste of time and a waste of your points and your energy, because you can add that handbag and you're going to get an extra inventory slot. The goal is ultimately stacking to make things as cheap as possible, so we're not coming in with any health benefits, any damage benefits, but we do have the ability to stock up on resources. And one of the biggest things that masterminds aim for is to make us waste our resources. But if we have the cost to be able to stock up on like ammo and stuff, then it's not going to be a big thing, because we can buy as much ammo as we need. We can buy as many repair kits as we need. Yes, herbs have a limit, but you know, Valerie can also knock off the limitation for how many of these that she can hold. So it's a nice trade-off. Okay, so again, using Waste Pack and Decoder 3 exclusively, ammo 50 is going from 86 to 91. So that is a 5 credit increase that we lose, or that we gain from losing Decoder 1. Explosives, so 76 for flash and regular grenades. Up from 72. We know the Molotov is 60. Quick draw goes from 108 to 114. Let's see here. We've got... Fuck, I bought the Matilda. I goofed on that. I bought the Matilda and I didn't look at that earlier. So, again, my bad, guys. I apologize. But again, pattern says that it's only going to be like 9 to 10 credits at most. MQ11 is going from 158 to 167. Again, pattern. Torch, as we know, is 91. Steel Bat is going from 100 to 106. Sledge, 158 to 167. So that's a 9 credit increase. Matilda was 167. We're going to say that it's going to go to 175, most likely. Utilizing Decoder 1 and Decoder 3 is a bit of a waste. I don't think there's enough of a difference in the end that's going to make it worth the extra 2 points when you can expand your inventory slots, and which can benefit us as survivors a lot more. So let's see here. LE5 was 182. That's coming up from 172. So that's a 10 credit increase. Decoder 1 is not knocking off anything more than 10 credits at most. Anywhere between 1 and 10 credits. Which is why it's not that huge of a difference. W870, we're going to go from 180 to 190. So again, 10 credits. Lightning Hawk, 201 to 212. 9 credits. MQ11. Yeah, we had that one. That was 168. Okay. And I think that's it, right? That's really it, because hand grenades 76. Same as flash. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at. So realistically, Decoder 1, or stacking Decoder 1 on there, it's really not going to be worth it. You're getting more out of it otherwise. There you guys have it. So For my Twitch audience, I hope you guys have enjoyed this knowledge. We're not getting offline yet, but for our YouTube audience, you guys can catch me live at twitch.tv/GoGoMMJ. I do play mostly Resident Evil Resistance, but I'll throw in some story games here and there. I play on PS4, so if anybody ever wants to play, you guys can definitely stop by stream and do so.